Alright, so let's say you want to clean your sub tank, or any old tank, I suppose. I'm just going to kind of show you a quick method here with the sub tank, because that's what I've got on hand, and the glass is stuck on this one. I guess this would work for most tanks, as long as you've got something similar to this. Anything with glass, really, or anything that gets stuck, you can't unscrew it. But I'm just going to show you a quick way to take this glass off if it is stuck on these O-rings and you can't take it apart to clean it. You know, this is kind of a quick way to avoid breaking the glass, because I know it can be expensive replacing that glass all the time. But anyway, here we go.
So we're going to do this over the sink just because, let's say maybe you've got some juice in there you want to get rid of. This is the easiest place to do it. Also, you're going to need the hot water. Also, you're going to need some ice. Some of you are probably thinking, oh, I already know where he's going with this. Why didn't I think of that? Well, I don't know. Why didn't I think of it either? So I'm just going to take this thing apart. And, you know, you're going to unscrew your bottom here. Dump out your juice if you had any in there. Clean this all up. And then, let's say you're going to pull the glass off. And it won't come off. It won't even spin. Right? What you want to do is get yourself some ice. Get a piece of ice. I've got one right here. But I used this a minute ago to test this. What you're going to do is you're going to turn your hot water on. Get that running. Once that gets hot, you're going to, basically what you want to do is you want to get the glass as hot as you can get it with your water. I don't recommend using like torches or anything or whatever else. You know, you might think, oh, I'll just use a lighter. That's not a good idea. You're going to burn yourself. You're going to create hot spots on the glass. The water gets you a pretty even heat. You can even just let it fill like this, and you know, just run your hot water. That'll heat up your glass. It also cleans out any juice that's in there still. And you know, this is going to be real wet, so you're going to have some trouble still trying to get it loose. You might notice that it starts to loosen up a little bit and you can spin it. You don't want to squeeze real hard. But once you get this good and hot, like as hot as your water can get it, shut your water off, you're going to get your ice cube. You're going to take the bottom of the, well, I guess it's the top, and you're going to set it on that ice. And you're going to kind of push it. Eventually, I got kind of a small piece of ice here. What you're going to get is the metal part is going to start to get really cold, but the glass is going to stay warm. You want to get yourself a towel. When you think it's sufficiently cooled, I mean, it'll feel cool to the touch, you can twist it and your glass should come off. What that does, just you're playing with thermal expansion and contraction. Basically, the glass is going to be warmer than the metal, and when you cool this down and your glass is hot, the metal actually contracts and shrinks just enough that it'll loosen up its grip on that glass and it'll slide off. And then you can pull your O-rings off and clean them. And this one too. This one holds a lot underneath it. But that's just a quick method for getting the glass off of your tank if it's stuck. And like I said, this should work. I haven't tried it on a bunch of different tanks yet, but this should work for most. I know some of the ones that have the threaded glass on them on the top, which I don't know why you'd ever do that, but some of them have threaded glass. That's a one that always sticks if you're trying to get it unscrewed. Try it with that. Remember, get your glass warm, get the metal cool. I like the ice because, I mean, it's cheap, and it seems to cool it down pretty quick. And this is actually, I mean, this is actually really cold to the touch now, and it stays cold for a minute. And if you need to, again, if it doesn't work on the first try, get your hot water going again and heat your glass up again with that. And then just keep going back and forth. Ice on the metal, hot water on the glass, back and forth. And don't squeeze real hard on that. And there you go. You got your glass off your sub tank.